Google. Let's go get them again.
What's going on, fragrance family? Welcome to another episode of Samplin Samples. Every Sunday, we're sampling. Samplin Samples is a series where I wear the scent as much as the little sample lets me. Not all samples are made alike. It is my scent of the day today, and I'll give you as much detail as I can on the scent and give you my final thoughts on it, that I'll be buying it, getting another sample, or actually ditching this fragrance. Today we're going to be delving into the brand of Naomi Goodsir. It's been a while since I spoke about Naomi Goodsir as a brand. The brand doesn't release too many fragrances, but it is a brand that I absolutely love. I do own a bottle of Bois d'Essence. I'm sure any diehard Robes 08 viewers know about this smoky beast that I blind bought and absolutely loved. But there's another fragrance that went with it, that was released with it, and it was called Cuir Velours. And this is what we're going to be sampling today, is the leather-based fragrance. So Bois d'Essence, one of my favorite smoky fragrances. And when I bought that one way back when, I wanted to actually purchase two from the brand, that one and this one that's in my hand right here. I never purchased it. And while browsing Lucky Scent for samples, I think this was 2 years ago, I got a huge sample pack from Lucky Scent that I bought like 20 little ones. So you can see this is where the videos are coming from, is all these Lucky Scent samples are coming up as sampling samples. And I decided to get a sample of this again to remind me of what it offered to me years ago. And funny enough, now that I dug it up and I'm back on YouTube, I just looked at my catalog and I was like, holy shit, I did a sampling samples on this several years ago. So I'm looking forward to letting you know my thoughts now, my renewed thoughts on a newer sample. We'll see if this thing got reformulated or not, probably not. And see if I'm still as ecstatic as I was in that video. I gave it a 5-star. I guess that's 5 out of 5. That's what I used to rate these. So let's go under the hood. Let's start delving into this one. Release date was back in 2012. So this is an oldie, Concentration Eau de Parfum. The nose behind this, back then he was an up-and-comer, now very established nose, Julien Rasquinet. And of course, Julien, known for some amazing niche releases. So definitely something that excites me even a little bit more about this little sample. So the major notes to my nose on this one, of course, Cuir Velours, which is in the name, leather, is a note in this one. Also, a note that I absolutely love, and one that I discovered 5-6 years ago, was Immortel, and it started getting really popular in fragrances around that time. This one has it. And I'm definitely smelling it in this one. I know in my old review, I don't think I caught the Immortel. And then of course there's rum in this. So there's a boozy, like a spice, or a rum, like a spicy aspect to this one. So let's delve into them because this is a good one. So now you know what time it is. It's time to ditch the little sample that's been sitting, collecting dust until my return on YouTube. So let's empty this one out. Remind me of this beautiful introduction from Naomi Goodsir. So my day with the scent, let's start with the introduction. And Cuir Velours immediately gives you what the name states. This isn't a big, smoky, punching leather, but a suede like leather, a smooth like leather. And I can't overemphasize the word smooth. Smoothness is the name of the game here, but it still has that little bit of, I don't want to say bite, but it does have that little bit of that suede-like leather that's beautiful. The smoothness of this scent comes off almost waxy. It reminds me almost like a crayon. It made me want to go take a double take at the note breakdown and go, where's the iris? I know the iris is there because it's smooth, and it reminds me of iris as a note. Beautiful, smooth note here with, of course, that leathery backbone. It reminds me of a well-polished leather couch chair. It has resinous quality, that starts showing its face more after a few minutes on skin, that has a certain sweetness to it. Again, I want to be careful with those kind of notes because I really didn't feel like this fragrance was really worn smoothly. Like, it was really well done. It's not big, bold, and punching. And when I say a word like resinous, I want to be careful with whoever's watching. This is not heavy as a resinous quality, but it has a resinous. It's very nicely, how can I say, well blended and polished. Really nicely done. The Immortelle starts showing its face here as an anchor, and I'm noticing even up top here, it's dry, almost hay-like quality in this scent. And we're gonna get more of that Immortelle more in the dry down. Now, getting into the heart of this scent, it matures and it shows its complexity. Now here we go. We got that leathery suede quality that continues to push. It's beautiful. It still has that waxy quality of the iris, but it also has that, of course, that Immortelle hay-like quality. And now we got a light boozy touch here. There's also a tobacco-like quality, almost giving this fragrance a spicy, almost herbal facet here. There's some mild powderiness aspect that comes in. That's why I was kind of thinking there's iris in this one, because there's a powderiness and there's a waxy quality, but it really works well with the suede and of course those darker notes. So it's not overly powdery, by the way, but I caught it from time to time while wearing this scent on this little sample. The Immortelle really steals the show. I don't know if I'm more familiar with the note, and now I'm really, I don't know, I really noticed it in this one, and I remember in my old sampling samples I didn't. But it steals the show in the back end here. It's got this hay-like quality. It has some honeyed sweetness that it's showing. It has a lightly smoky tobacco and musky backbone. At the end of the day, Cuir Velours is not just another suede-like based fragrance. The complexities through the roof, well blended, well composed, and looking at the nose, it makes all kinds of sense. This is an outstanding release from the brand of Naomi Goodsir. Now let's get into seasons, day, night, versatility, and performance. Let's start it off with seasons, fall and winter. This is a beautiful scent for fall and winter. Not only that, but I could see it in a rainy spring nighttime setting. This would be absolutely gorgeous. Day or night, I feel this is more of a nighttime scent for me than a daytime. Versatility, I felt like this one, even though it's muted in some way as far as, you know, it's not big, bold, and punching, it has average versatility. I wouldn't say below average, but average. Performance, longevity, 7 to 9 hours, which is right where I'm looking for all scents, basically. That little V that I always keep talking about, 7 to 9, around that area. Show me that and I'm happy with the scent. This one gives it to me. The projection is not big and booming. Again, it goes with the name of the fragrance. It is average in projection. Now on to my final thoughts. Now, at the end of the day, Naomi Goodsir's Cuir Velours, I always like to go back into my journey and see, hey, which blind buys were actually successful or not. And I do recall, and I don't know why, but I recall like it's yesterday when I was on Lucky Scent and this brand was introduced, and I was like, these seem really interesting. This, the bois and the cuir, and I wanted them both. And one was more described as a smoky scent and the other one was like a smooth leather. And I remember when I was trying to pull the trigger, I'm like, smooth leather? No, I like my big punching, you know, big bold, and I went with the smoky scent. And today, do I feel like I made the right choice? Yes, I did. Even though Cuir Velours is absolutely stunning, this is more, let's say, my taste. I feel bois is the superior scent to my taste. However, after testing this one, especially now in 2022, 2023, this testing tells me that this one has tons of complexity in it. The blend is absolutely stunning. And in the future, I may get this one. I'm on the fence with this one as I'm not 100% sold if I do want to get this bottle, or is it just something that I like to sample every so often? Because again, I had a sample 7 years ago. I did a video and now I'm doing another video. But this release right here shows how strong this release is, in my opinion. Very underrated brand, in my opinion. and I'd like to discover more of the brand. Basically, the sample just shows me how good this brand is, and I want to discover more. At the end of the day, for a score, if I had to give it a score, again, the 5-star rating that I gave it back 7 years ago, I don't do 5 stars anymore, it's out of 10. But if I had to give it a score currently, I would have to give it a high 8. It's right there that I don't know if I want to get a bottle or not. But you never know. It could show up in a mega haul a few years later down the road. Now that you heard my take, I'd love to see yours in the comments below. I know that not too many people have tested out this brand. It is a very under the radar brand, but a good one to definitely check out. But if you have sniffed any of the brand, please comment below. Suggest another one for me. Again, I do own Bois, and I've smelt, of course, this one, Cuir. The other ones I haven't. I think there's 3 more to the brand. There's an Irish-based one, which I think I should go delve into. But at the end of the day, a great or poor fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. Thanks for watching.